Namaste, yogis, and welcome. We're going to get started in the seated position here, okay? So I'm going to sit up on my bolster. It just gives me a little bit more height. Now, if that doesn't work for you, this is where the blocks come in handy. This is how it's great to have blocks around. So you just slide one under each of your knees, and then it's a little bit more sustainable, okay? Either way, make yourself comfortable so that your spine is long. And then come to the sense of yourself here on the mat. Welcome yourself to your practice today. I'm going to take my palms and actually turn them down on my thighs. And as I come to my practice, come to the mat, and give myself an opportunity to check in with myself and see how I'm doing. What am I bringing in with me here? And I know that I've got a lot of tension around my neck for sure. I can feel it in my eyebrows as well. I feel like I'm a little preoccupied too. So to help me settle, bring the mind in a little bit closer to what I'm doing, and to help settle some of that tension, I'm going to take a deep breath, inhale, and you can join me. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, long, slow sigh. And let the shoulders just drop right down. Now you might not notice the shoulders and some of that tension that was sitting there be released. So we're going to do that again. So let's take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, big, long, slow sigh. And you probably feel like you've dropped down onto the earth or your cushion just a little bit more. And so come to the concept of anchoring down, let your weight drop down. Wiggle if you need to. Sink the hips down. Let your backside become an anchor point and heavier. Now come to the sense of yourself breathing and allow yourself to breathe and expand the ribs open so that it becomes circular. So think about this beautiful cylinder and let this cylinder be filled with oxygen. Let's do a breath practice tonight called 3-part breathing. Take one hand on your belly, your low belly, down by your belly button. One hand on your chest, your ribs. And as you breathe, let breath move in through the nostrils and all the way down to the bottom hand. So you feel the bottom hand moving. And then feel the top hand moving. And then feel the collarbones expanding. Now we're going to empty out from the collarbones, the chest, ribs, and then the belly. So let's do that again. Breathe, belly, ribs, and collarbones. And then empty collarbones, ribs, and belly. Let's do that a few more times here. Breathe, belly, ribs, collarbones. Empty collarbones, ribs, belly. And notice that the breath can get a little bit bigger when we allow ourselves to do that. And we become just a little bit calmer, and some of that tension dissipates. And so this is a really beautiful way just to give yourself a small little break, using a breath practice to check in. And remind yourself that breathing brings in nourishment. And so we want as much of that oxygen as possible. Now, as we move through our practice today, let's keep that in mind. And we want all the air to come in and down to the very bottom. And then we want it all to let go. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaskar. Namaste, yogis, and welcome. We're going to get started in the seated position here, okay? So I'm going to sit up on my bolster. It just gives me a little bit more height.